Willie D Live.
What's up, family? We got a right-wing black pastor who claims that Donald Trump, your president, is the guy who made him see the light. Because of Donald Trump, people are asking him for his Cash App and how to wire money to him. He said he should have chosen that way a long time ago. Good Lord. They don't even try to hide it anymore, fam. And they don't have to hide it because they have followers who will walk right off the cliff with them. This dude is the devil personified. This dude said that he is getting money since he's switched sides and started riding with Donald Trump. Yeah, Kelvin Cabarrus is his name. He's out in Atlanta, from what I understand. Man, talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing. He said out loud what everybody else that do what he do thinks privately. But not just the people that do what he do, the people that know what he's up to, who are afraid to call him out. He said it out loud. Yeah, I'm bought and paid for it, baby. You know what's cold-blooded, fam? The boldness that a lot of these pastors have. They don't even try to preach anymore. They don't even try to pretend to be Christ-like, God-like. They don't even try to pretend to be godly. They just straight up talk about having sex and fornicating and getting money and, just hustling. They just be talking all types of slick talk. But you know how we got here, right? Don't judge. You got to meet people where they are. God said, come as you are. It's that. Not having enough sense, enough to be discerning, right? Not having enough sense to understand that, wait a minute, man. What you're doing right there, bro, that ain't right. There ain't nothing cool about that. These guys has gone as far, and some of these guys has gone as far as introducing their boyfriends, their husbands, as the first man of the church. You got the first lady, the first man, or the first gentleman. The first gentleman of the church. And he come out there, some of them come out there with high heel shoes on. Yeah. Say, fam, y'all can get mad at me all you want to. I'm standing on business. I'm going to stand 10 toes down. I'm going to be a man till they put me in the ground. I'm never going to fold. I think I can pinpoint about the time when things really got bad in the pulpit. When they got rid of the altar. That's right, I said it. It's like when they got rid of the altar, the pastors started trying to become rappers and politicians and influencers. Yeah, motivational speakers. Yeah. Family. God, man. It's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. The way some of these guys operate, fam, they operate with no shame. It is amazing that they have parishioners. It's amazing that people actually sit in those pews and listen to them spew this trash week after week. They just sitting there and then opening up their wallets and their purses. Like, what type of people attend these type of places and listen to these type of dudes? Check out something else he said. He said that one guy said he was going to send him some money. He said, what's your wiring instructions? I'm going to send you some money. So he walked away, and he didn't see any money, so he thought the dude was just telling a lie. So he woke up one morning, he checked his bank account, and boom, $10,000. And that's when he said, man, I should have been went this way. I should have been switched it up. He's telling you straight up, I'm trying to get to the paper. I want that money. Used to be back in the day when pastors would, have money or have a nice car or have a nice house or whatever. There used to be little whispers, and the pastor would never, ever, ever confess to something like that. The most a pastor would say something, the most that a pastor would clap back would be, trying to guilt trip you into putting money into the building fund, which I never saw the building ever get built. I saw it funded, but I never saw the building actually get built. But that's the most. Try to hit you with the tithes. God don't like ugly. You got to give your tithes. If you want a blessing, you got to be a blessing. All that kind of stuff. But they would never just straight up say, yo, I'm hustling. Yo, I'm switching sides because this is where the money at. And I'm going to tell you something. Several years ago, this guy that used to hang with a politician in Houston was trying to get me to rock with him, So we went, I thought the guy, I thought he was a Democrat because he was hanging out with Democrats. Come to find out, we having a conversation one day, we had dinner. We had lunch. And he tells me, man, Willie D, man, you ain't no Democrat, man, you're a Republican. Man, look, because, I already told you, I got some conservative views, I got some liberal views, and depending on who you're talking to and who is trying to critique me, will depend on what their reaction is to certain views that I have. And so everybody kind of pick and choose which views that they want to claim or disclaim, right? So he said, man, I can get you 100 radio stations and a money. He said, you need to get over to the Republican side. That's where the money is. He said, that's where the money is, man. I'm going to introduce you to such and such. He the one going to stroke the check. We can get you 100 radio stations, and I can get you at least $1 million in advance, or at least $1 million, man, on signing, a signing bonus or something like that, and I can do this here. He's like, man, I can get all this here done in less than a month. All you got to do is stop talking about Donald Trump. I swear to God, hand to the man. That's what that man told me. All you got to do is stop talking about Donald Trump. And I said, nah, I'm good, because I'm going to talk about any one of them. At the time, I was actually riding on a prominent Democrat because, I just didn't think he was doing the job right. Kelvin Cabarrus, remember the name, because all skin folk ain't kin folk. That's right. Man, this dude right here is one of the worst. Talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing. Back during slavery, like just the worst period ever for any group of people. There were slaves who loved their slave masters. Kelvin Cabarrus. Oh man, he's a textbook Uncle Ruckus. Who's going straight to hell in a handbasket. No more talk.